here on Saturday. No? Yeah, no, maybe so. I guess, yeah, I took a heavy down south, 67,000. One tool going down to Kingston, North Carolina. Anybody been through Raleigh lately? Fuck. I went through there about, what was it, 6:30 at night. Fucking bumper to bumper. What a nightmare. Like, yeah, okay. But Raleigh? What's so special about Raleigh, North Carolina, all of a sudden? 40 going through Raleigh. It don't matter what direction you want to go, north, south, east, west. It's just a complete kerfuffle over there. Anyway, you know, the truck stops have become a sanctuary for drivers without, you know, experience. Obviously, it's a sanctuary for all of us, but especially for drivers that, you know, are used to parking on the side of the ramps and shit. I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't go to a truck stop anymore and not have a negative experience. It's impossible. And trust me when I tell you, I try. You know, I literally make a conscious decision. Okay, just, you know, it is what it is. You know, go in there, I can, you know, tuck in, whatever, and just deal with it, right? But it's like every single time I go park at a truck stop, and I can count on one hand how many times I parked at a truck stop in the last 6 months, because I just get so aggravated, right? It's just so aggravating to me. I don't even go inside the truck stops anymore, you know, unless it's to take a shower, right? You know, use the bathroom and take a shower. Like, I'm not, you know, fueling through the app. Fuel, go, you know, take your coffee, take your donuts, take your fucking whatever. I'm not, like, I don't even want to deal with it, you know? It's filthy. You know, you ever take a look at the door handles and, you know, like there's just a total lack of consideration or effort being put in to these places anymore, you know? That's the truth. And, you know, I got to a truck stop, had no choice last night. I'm like, there's a corner spot, right? Corner spot, curb spot, whatever you want to call it. All right, that's a good start. Then there happened to be a reefer trailer sitting there that was not running, and there was no truck attached to it right beside me. Backed her in there. Now there was a spot, so I'm parked on the corner, and then here's the other corner, come saw, right? So there was an available spot adjacent to me, kitty corner, if you will, available. That was the only spot within 3 or 4 spots. And I'm thinking, you know, my luck can't be that bad, right? Not gonna have some noisy, right, something bullshit coming up, right? Well, sure as shit, man. About an hour later, I got the drapes closed. I got the bunk heater on. And all of a sudden I hear the air brake. Right? I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Next thing you know, what am I hearing? The fucking air dryer going off every fucking 30 seconds. I'm not lying. Air dryer. Like this, eh? I'm thinking to myself, this is par for the course, man. It is what it is now. You know, nobody. Of course, I open up, peek out the drapes. You know, bucket of bolts, right? Bucket of fucking bolts. Fucking sand deep trucking or some shit, you know. Sing, whatever. You know, a motor carrier. I just, you know, when you see the level of degradation, the disintegration, the complete collapse of this industry based on the lack of policy, the lack of discernment, the complete, you know, annihilation of the rules and everything, you know, by these immigrants that have, you can start to understand why Hitler did what he did, right? You can start to understand the kind of frustration that people start to have when there is a complete collapse of society and everything just gets turned upside down, and you see things happening, and there's not a damn thing you feel like you can do about it, and your whole world, you know, changes negatively. It's being negatively impacted by these people that have come over to your country to you know, and failed to assimilate to the culture and to the way things go here, and they do what the fuck they want, when they want, how they want, without repercussion. You know, you start to get this idea where, like, oh, okay, I see now. You know, I see, like, you know, like, even, you know, and even if you, even with the changes that are being made now, like, you know, okay, so they take 30,000 driver's licenses away out of those 30,000. We're lucky to make a small dent, right? So, like, even if we start just lining them up and bang, 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 right? Or, you know, cattle call them all into a big room, you know, we're just scratching the surface. Right, just scratching the surface. There's no real, you know. So, what do we do, right? What do we do? We've been run over. We've been overtaken. We've been forced to accept the fact that this is the new reality. You know, we've come over to your country. We've taken it over. Whether you like it or not, you're going to deal with it, and there ain't a damn thing you're going to do about it. What are you going to do, right? So, what did I do? I didn't do what I wanted to do, right? I didn't do what I wanted to do. What I did was I opened my drapes, I fired the truck up, turned the bunk heater off, fired her up, and I moved to the corner, another corner, Prime. Ended up paying for parking over at because I'm not going to deal with that all night, to the point where I get out of the bunk and I'm going over there and I'm knocking at your truck and maybe, you know, something, there's an interaction, and next thing you know, I don't like what you say, and then I'm pulling you out of your truck and beating your brains in, and next thing you know, I'm in handcuffs and I'm going to jail for a long time, right? Back to prison, driver's lounge. You cannot, you can't do that, right? So, just so frustrating. So frustrating. And after a long week of being out here and dealing with all the nonsense and the garbage, you know, the one thing you want to do, you just want to go to the sanctuary. You want to go to your little parking spot, your little, you know, 8-foot section of tarmac, and you just want a little bit of peace, right? Just a little bit of peace. I don't want to wake up and see fucking, piss all up the side of my truck because someone decided to dump their cup of piss out their window and all the splatter goes all over my skirting of my truck. You know what that is, eh? When you see what looks like oil or grease on the skirting of a truck, it looks like drops of oil or grease up the side of the skirt on the side of the trucks. You know what that is, right? We all know what that is. That's piss. That's piss. That's somebody going like this out their window and splashes up off the pavement, and you know, you got to get a truck wash to get that shit off, right? The rain won't wash that off. It's, you know, whatever. It's like spraying dum-dum juice, aka death fluid, on your truck, right? It has the same acidic effect. You can't just fucking wipe that shit off. And you know, so you walk, and then, or like you get up in the morning, you look, and there's a bag of garbage, or you know, you got somebody's fucking trucks running all night long, and you know, the air dryer's going off every 30 seconds. Da 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 da. Shh. Da 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 da. Shh. Da 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 da. Shh. Like, what in the motherfuck is going on out here? Driver's lounge, you got a real shit attitude. Yeah, I know, but it just it just never used to be like this, right? For those of us that have been out here, you know, it's so evident, right? That it's like a punch in the face every day, because you're like, I know it doesn't have to be like this because it never was. But for the drivers that come in now, you know what's happening is stupid does is stupid does, right? Like, well, Buddy does it, so I'm going to do it. And so it's been this cycle of bad behavior out here. And it's just sad. It's sad. I feel sad for me, because the reality is that I'm lucky to have the job that I do out here, right? Very lucky. Lucky to be able to be home, you know, as often as I am, and to make the amount of money that I am, and to be part of a company that values its drivers and treats us with respect, and you know, no forced dispatch, and you know, trucks are well maintained, all the equipment's very well maintained, and you know, I don't got to worry about rolling into a fuel stop and my fuel card shut off, or you know, I don't need to worry about, you know, sitting in a truck stop for 20 hours while they look for a load, or you know, I don't got to worry about showing up to the state line and I got to pull over for hours because my permits aren't done, or you know, I don't got to worry about getting stopped at the international borders because somebody fucked up my paperwork and I get pulled into secondary, or you know, I don't got to worry about you know, there's no work this week, or you know, stay home today, or you know, I don't got to worry about breaking down or sitting in traffic for hours and not getting paid, or sitting at a customer and the customer don't want to you know, get off their ass and unload me and I'm not getting paid for it, right? There's all kinds of like benefits, and I'm grateful for all of that, right? I'm grateful, and I understand that that's not the norm. I understand that it's the exception, not the rule, right? Because most of yous are dealing with all that crap, and but at the same time, it's I don't expect things to be perfect. I really don't. I got run off the road. 2 weeks ago. I was gonna make a video about it. Got busy, forgot. I'm going through Pigeon Forge, right? Going through Pigeon Forge. I was on my way to Cat in North Carolina, going to pick up. I had a RGN. I was going to pick up a loader, and oversized, whatever, no big deal. I was empty. Going through Pigeon Forge. It was late at night. Not too late, but sun had set. And, as a matter of fact, it wasn't that late. It was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the most. And, there's a flashing light, right? Flashing light. Left lane closed. Going down to one lane, and then one light, two lights. You're going through there, the gorge, right? Going through the gorge. So I'm in the right lane already, right? I'm in the right lane. I see a truck, and he's been riding my ass for a while. And I'm just doing my thing, right? Well, they decide, right? Amazon, didn't know at the time, but as he's passing me, Amazon trailer, and I can see very well. I can already start to see the cones. I can see the reflection of the cones. I seen the light about a half a mile back. At that moment, they decide they're going to go around me, and I'm holding my lane, and all of a sudden he realizes the lane's closed, and he just fucking yanks her over. That was it. He put a signal on for about a 2 count and just yanked it over. And had I been loaded, right? I mean, like, I'm in the gorge. I'd have been in the side of the mountain, right? So, when you start dealing with this kind of behavior, and you hear about it, you read about it, you see it through videos and news, whatever, papers and internet and all that, it's one thing. But when it starts to directly impact you, it's like, okay, it's different, right? So, yeah, like I say, I mean, for every 10 immigrant drivers, there's maybe one that actually should be actually driving, right? Maybe one. I'd say probably the figures are less than that, and it's just based on inability to properly operate a commercial vehicle. And the list is long, right? Many things. But I don't know what we're going to do out here, guys. I really don't. I wish you all best of luck. If I don't talk to you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And be safe out there, because it's a real motherfucker, So you guys have a great day. Driver's Lounge, over and out.